All right, you guys, this is another segment of the engine series. The last part, we're going to be talking about the ignition. We're going to talk about how you can check it, how you can troubleshoot it, some of the stuff you probably already know, and some of the stuff you probably don't know. So this should go over the whole ignition system of your problems that you might have. So, and then after that, we're going to show you the orange bike, how it sits ready, stock box, nothing fancy. And maybe, hopefully, next week we're going to have some help breaking it in. So, y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all ride safe. Please hit like and subscribe. You know the drill. Help the channel out some, and we're going to get that. What we're going to do after we run the stock box and get it broke in, we're going to start putting with the NT carburetor, the stock ignition, the stock coil, the stock CDI. We're going to put the expansion chambers on. We're going to start changing pipes up. We're going to take the stock pipe off. We're going to see whether an expansion chamber can help a completely stock bike. See if these things are even doing anything. We got temperature, we got RPMs, we've got speed, so this is going to be some really good information. And we're going to find out what helps and what doesn't help. And then after that, we're going to go to a different carburetor and we're going to do the same thing all the way over again. So that's it in a nutshell. And then eventually we're going to get into the different ignitions, the catnip, and then the BBR stage 2, and we're going to go from there. But we really want to see if you got a stock setup, what's going to help it right off the bat. If you don't want to invest very much money in nothing more than just a pipe, we might even do what James did by taking the guts out, and he said he got some performance out of that. We'll probably do that too. So y'all have a wonderful day. Please, trust me when I tell you this. This stuff is in our blood. Please ride safe. All right, y'all check out the little short segment on the ignition. Then you're going to see what the orange bike looks like now, and then we're going to do some shout outs. Y'all have a good day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, while we're on the ignition, let's go over some of the stuff, because there's a lot of things here that could possibly go wrong. The reason you don't have spark, or the reason your motor doesn't run good. We're going to go over some of them. Now, Tony at Bikeberry says it's always good to have a lot of extra parts, which he's right, but that's not an option for some out there. So let's see if we can figure out a way to check the parts we have. So you're going to need a multimeter. I mean, they got some on Amazon for $11 that will do just fine. And it's never bad to have one if you're working on stuff and what have you. So we're going to go to ohms mode. Okay. Let me get you in a little tighter. No, not that tight. Anyway, I hope you can see this. Let me get these out the way for right now. And what we're doing is we're checking the coils. Coils, these are basically just wires wrapped around a steel core. What this does when a magnet goes over, it will create electricity. Pretty simple. You do not want a zero, an overload. You want somewhere around 300. It's going to take a second, and that's 335. The resistance in that is low. Not low, but it's down there. So now we can go to, okay, that's not going to work on that. All right, the next one here, three, 3, 2, 5. Okay, those are One of them's the catnip. This is a catnip, and this is one I just bought, what they call red wire coil. So we're going to go to the stock box coil. And actually, this is a lower resistance, which is better. Is a 326. So I'm hoping y'all can see that. So, prospectively, these are all good. Now, I'm not sure okay, it's volting up. This is a CDI, capacitative discharge ignition. There's a capacitor in there. It was charging up. So prospectively, there's really nothing wrong with that one. I'm no expert by no means, and I'm guessing at some of this. And it's charging up also. So I'm going to say these are good. So that's kind of what you want to look for. We're going to go to the ground wire here. And it's charging up. What they'll do is they'll go to a threshold voltage and discharge. And it's charging up. Okay. So, I would say these are good. Now, I've had this for quite some time, and I don't suggest anybody run out and get any. And this is magnetic field viewing film. So this is a neodymium boron magnet, probably an N30, N32. What you'll see is, you'll see the two fields, here and there, north-south, just like any magnet, okay? And this thing wants to go straight to something metal. Alright, here's one of our bike magnets. Let me turn it this way. And this is the way it would be put in the bike, by the way, with the key at 1 o'clock and this right here. And the bike will be at top dead center. So you see the fields coming this way and this way. Separate fields. You can see the magnets right here and right here. And these need to be cleaned out, which you need to do that. Okay. And the same with this one. You can see the two fields. As these roll around in the coil, it's like this at top dead center. It has made the charge the capacitor, it discharged and caused fire. Now, this is all speculation on my part, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And as this will go around again, it'll charge the coil. The coil in turn will charge the CDI, capacitive discharge ignition capacitor, and it will discharge again. As it comes around, it'll actually make, these will make two passes. 1, 2, and as this one leaves, and every time it goes around, it throws a little bit more voltage in the capacitor until it reaches that threshold point where it discharges, and capacitors can put out quite a bang. So that's how I believe that works. Now, there's a point I'm going to make here. We're going to take this small magnet here, and we can see the magnetic field in it very clearly. I'm going to heat it up. And then we get it pretty hot. Whoop. Let me get it off of there. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, it's not. What the heck it's doing is burning the foam. When a magnet heats up, and I'm not going to burn my film, that's for sure. But when a magnet heats up, it loses its, it's still hot, it loses its magnetic fields. And will they, as it cools down, will it come back? It's still kind of hot. We're hot. Yeah, see, it's pretty much lost all of its magnetic fields. Still a little warm. Slightly. So we've lost some power here. The reason I'm saying this is if you heat your motor up real hot, and I've seen some people chase their tails, I have done it myself. I heated a motor up pretty hot, and then it never did run worth a rip after that. Come to find out, you start replacing parts, I replaced the magnet, everything started working. I said, why? What the heck does the... And then I remembered that when a magnet heats up, it loses its power. So that's crazy, huh? It doesn't even stick to this very good. It's pretty much lost everything. So that's something to be mindful of. If you start losing power, or you know you heated the motor up and it's not running as it should, and I'm not saying go out there and everybody run out there and buy a magnet. It could be something else. But this is just a little bit in this series that I want to tell people that a lot of times it could be your magnet. And sometimes it could be your magnet, because I've read questions, and people say that they've done everything. They've changed the CDI, they've changed the coil, they've changed the plug, they changed the plug wires. It's still not starting up. Come to find out, it could very well have been the magnet. I'm not saying it was, I'm just saying it could have been. These are not expensive. Just like Tony said, always have a bunch of spare parts, but you know, for some people that's not feasible. But anyway, I just wanted to run that by y'all right quickly. It's going to be a series of short videos, and letting you know how to check these. I don't suggest going out buying any of this because it's not super expensive, but you really have to have something to compare it to. These are both good. They have both a good feel. So, but anyway, guys, hit like and subscribe. We're going to be moving on with this pretty soon, and we're going to have to break that little motor in stock box and just see what it does in the long run. We'll be testing that meter up there to see how accurate it is with another probe type thermometer, and we'll see how accurate that is. And it's always good to have something like that on there, because you don't want to overheat these things up because of that right there. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day.